See, I can pause. That is one thing I don't think I regret among the changes that they've made. I like being able to pause the game because I've got a life and I got a family that needs things from me now and then. All right, let's get that armor skin going. Oh, actually, no, I don't need that. That's right, because I'm still on this. This is not a separate hunt. This is a single hunt, hunting 2 monsters. Oh, is he coming this way? Oh, he sure is. Okay, then. Here we go. Here we go. Man, I haven't fought this guy in a while. I can't remember what his deal is. This is one of the new monsters for Rise. So he's still a bit of a novelty to fight for sure. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm pretty sure I don't want to get hit by those things. Oh, man. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm out of those? Did I not get more stuff from my item box? Oh, crap. Where's my... Okay, let's try that one. Let's see, is he a little softer back here, maybe? Oh boy. Oh, can't see what's going on. Oh my gosh. Ah! Come on, girl. Oh boy. Oh, he's gonna get me with that! Dang it! Oh, wrong button. Oh, I've been water blasted or whatever. Is that gonna go away on its own, or should I? Ah, crap. Where's my, I don't think deodorant's what I need. What's the one that gets rid of water blight? Man, I'm like cycling through my stuff and I don't know which one it is. It's, this one. Come on, girl. Oh, here we go. Yeah, good hits, good hits. Ugh. Wow. I just barely got that full sharpening cycle in. Oh, geez, I should probably heal. Yeah, he's mad. He does not like being tied up. Oh! Man, I was gonna heal, but I needed to get behind that stream of his. Oh, wait a minute. How did I get my health back? Did my buddy heal me? I think one of my buddies might have healed me. There he goes. All right. Oh, what got dropped over here? Is this part of him? Okay. All right. Blue Splash says, I really enjoy watching Superman and Lois the most out of the live-action DC shows. It's a well-done show, but not perfect. Yeah, that sums up my feelings about it pretty decently. It technically is a CW show, and every once in a while I can see little reminders of that in some of the qualities that, as you say, aren't perfect. But by and large, I really enjoy what they do with that show. And the focus on family relationships instead of the usual shallow romance. It's really, really refreshing. I think I heard that it's not necessarily doing well, or it's not necessarily going to be renewed because of other reasons, like, maybe arching, is it arcing or arching? Agenda reasons on the part of the new direction for Warner Brothers and DC movies. I don't know. I don't know the story, but for some reason there was an article that gave me reason to think that things aren't necessarily it's not necessarily gonna continue after this season. Nice, that was cool. Oh, I should have topped off my sharpening before I started this round. Ah, crap. Good gravy. Come on, stop swiping air. Oh no. Ah, crap. Jeez. There we go, those are some good hits. We'll pick up that stuff. Good hits, good hits. That's right, girl, keep at it. Oh! Ah. Whew. Man, my blade needs some sharpening. Oh, or not. Beautiful. All right. Good, good. Okay. Feeling pretty good about that. Well, let me look at some of my other games that I had planned here. What could I play for about another, let's say, hour and a half before I get out some frustrating games? Gosh, I might actually come back to this one later in the marathon. Oh, what does he have to say? just the hunter I wanted to see. Why? Well, lately you've been going through quests faster than Hinola goes through a box of Dango. So, on behalf of the rest of the villagers, here's a thank you Kimura ticket from me. Keep up the good work, Squirt. Hey now. What are you calling Squirt? Alright, that's good. Yeah, fairly decent chance I'll come back to this at some point. But for now, I'm thinking... I think I want to play some Final Fantasy XII. Yeah, I think so. Okay, yeah. Francisco says there's always the Barbie game you could play. Yes, I could. My sister Corinne, whom I've played that game with before, is coming later tonight. I suppose if she really wanted to. The Retron 5 is not hooked up. I wasn't planning on doing anything on that console for this stream, but it wouldn't take much to hook it up. Although I think she's going to play some of her favorite game of all time, which is Spyro the Dragon, but the updated version on the Xbox. Okay. So I am maybe going to need a strategy guide for this. I think I also might... Yeah, I might turn the volume down on these just a smidge. I think this game can tend to be a little bit louder than some other games. Maybe I've already adjusted for that, but... okay, so Final Fantasy XII, this is my favorite Final Fantasy game. I recently did a list of my top 5 Final Fantasy games. 12 came in at number 1. For me, I ultimately do prefer... Well... not necessarily playing it today. I don't want to go back and play the PS2 version today. I would rather play this version. But as far as game systems go and the design, I like the original. Zodiac Age kind of requires everyone to be locked into jobs. And you can ultimately respec your characters, but it's a little bit of a hassle to do so. And in the original game, everybody could learn any skill. And I think maybe part of the criticism there was, well, but then all your guys end up feeling the same at the end. And I kind of feel like, well, that's your fault. That's the player's fault. I think I've kind of softened on that idea a little bit, you know, because I always tend to be like, give the player choice, whether it's difficulty or gameplay and stuff like that. You know, I think that it probably is true that the Souls-like games, if they had easy difficulty on them, would not sell as well, because even all the get-gooders who insist, you gotta get good, just gotta get good, there should be no easy difficulty. I think, for many of them, I'm speculating, but I think, for many of them, they would have to admit that maybe the reason they don't want the easy difficulty is because they know they wouldn't be able to resist dialing down the difficulty when they get frustrated, you know? And so I think that there can be something good about presenting limitations to the player that the player, you know, then has to overcome or deal with. But I loved the original open-ended character building in this game, and it really was a step back in my mind to create this kind of pseudo-job, pseudo-class system. So I really think that they should have just made it an option to play classic mechanics or the Zodiac Age mechanics, but this is all you get. Let's see here. Francisco asks, have you guys started that fiction podcast together? Well, we've started producing it and like recording for it and stuff. But June 6th, so just a few days from now, is when the podcast launches. And I'm sure when Corinne is on the stream later tonight, we'll have more to share and talk about on that topic. Hey, Spider Dan says, jumping in to say hi to everyone. Hopefully I will be home later to continue watching. Well, thanks for jumping in, man. All right. So I had used a strategy guide to kind of get this far. I believe, yeah, I came down from up there. I was getting lost because this area, you can't, this is the map you get. I hadn't been using a strategy guide throughout this whole thing on this playthrough, but pulled it out for this. I think there might be a boss fight or something that went up, I'm not sure. I'm pretty deep into the game here. I may be as little as 2 to 5 hours from the end. Well, that definitely smells like a boss fight. Okay, so he's gonna cast silence, huh? Well... as long as I've got like one of those echo things, I think I'll be alright. Guys, feel free to let me know if like the music, the game is too loud. Or if you'd like it louder. I mean, I can turn it up too. I just seem to remember this game kind of being louder than others, so that's my main concern. There it is, echo herbs. Okay, so I can get rid of the silence condition up to 11 times. Alright, let's just go for now. Yeah. Man, one thing Final Fantasy is always good for is just bizarre and sometimes bizarrely beautiful enemy designs. And enemy variety. Just great. Great stuff. Siphon. The heck is that? Well, maybe this guy's not going to be so bad. Oh. Penelli, you okay? You coming back? Alright, she's good. She's good. This is the Final Fantasy that uses the real-time with pause battle system, which, at the time it came out, the games that would be closest to it would be Baldur's Gate on PC, Neverwinter Nights also on PC, and I had not played those games, I don't think, before playing this one for the first time. So the first time I played this, I was like, I don't know what I think. It was quite an adjustment, but by the end I did find that I liked it. But it wasn't until... Penella, how you doing? You get... Penella's just in trouble. She's Kurage-ing herself. Gotta keep an eye on that. Come on. There you go. Good girl. But after I played Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter Nights, maybe even after I played Dragon Age Origins, at some point, after playing 1 or 2 games like that, I came back to this one and experienced it with, like, fresh eyes and loved it. Loved the combat system. Almost got him, gang. Now, Vaughn is silenced, but I'm not too concerned about that. He's mostly just, hitting people. There we go. Alright. Man, I've been playing this game so intermittently, I do not remember the story at all, but it's also hard to follow. A lot of proper nouns, names of people, places, swords. Titles, like job titles. He's the regent of Dalmasca. Okay. I don't remember what a regent is, or who the Dalmascans are. Dalmasca, that's good. They're good people. They're the bad guys. I don't know. I'm in it for the monsters, the magic, the systems. The moment-to-moment experience of kind of being in this world. I'm getting second boss fight vibes. Is it possible they're gonna throw me just right into another boss fight? I don't know, maybe... Well, no, that's a waypoint. Or a waystone, or whatever. The music is also really beautiful as well in this game. And it's been reorchestrated in this version. You can switch back to the MIDI version if you want. Well, let's read the inscription. By this path and no other, reach ye the round of the undying, walk of the chosen. Ew. I don't know, man. Alright, let's touch the device.
Everyone.
Fear not, Princess of Dalmasca. We, O Curia, have chosen you, and you alone.
They're like those beings at the end of Dark Crystal when they get joined back together and they're all glowy and lighty.
Ashalia Banag and Dalmasca, we see your heart desires power, and power most holy shall we grant. Seek you the sun-crest, slumbering star. In tower on distant shore, it dreams. The mother of all Nephesite, the source of its unending power. The Dynast King, his fallow shards, coarse trinkets cut from Suncrest's light.
What?
Such power exists?
In times that are long passed away, we sought to save this Evilise, and chose Wraithwall, the Dynast King.
Oh, okay.
He took the sword and cut the crest. 3 shards he took from its gilt grasp, and so became the Dynast King. His words and deeds run through your veins.
That's why I was given it. The Sword of Kings.
The treaty held with kings of old is but a memory, cold and still. With you, we now shall treat anew, to cut a run for history's flow. Now take this sword, this treaty blade, a Curian seal, mark of your worth. Cut deep the crest, and seize your shards.
You always want to have an Acurian seal.
Power.
Those are the best kind.
But Vana
Yeah.
was an Acurian.
Yeah, we all know about Vana and Acurians. They're like the Dynast King, and they got the seal.
The sight is ours to give to chosen bearer, or to none. The heretic trespassed, and set the rolls of knowledge in man's hand. With imitations they profane. It is anathema to us. We give you now the stone and task. Administer judgment. Destroy them all.
Judgment? Destroy them all? The Empire?
The hues ever skew, history's weave. With haste, they move through too short lives. Driven to err by base desires, toward waste, and wasting, on they run. Undying, we Ocurian light the path for wayward sons of man. Oft did we pass judgment on them, so that Ivalice might endure. Eternal, we are history's stewards, to set the course and keep it true. The chosen is our hand, our fist, to let live some and crush the rest. Princess, you have been chosen. Take revenge against those who stole your kingdom. Fulfill your role as savior. Attain to your birthright.
Ash! What's with these Acuria? What gives them the right to tell you what to do?
Will you take revenge, as they ask?
We could not see them, but we heard the Ocuria speak. They may be gods, but we are the arbiters of our destiny. Your Highness, I'm against this. The Empire must pay, but destruction?
Does anyone know what happened to Dr. Sid? Wasn't he saying he'd be here?
He should have arrived by now.
There's a lot going on here. Just kind of like on a philosophical level. I mean, it's interesting. There's lots of examples of this, and so it tends to go in one ear and out the other as fans of fiction and Final Fantasy maybe in particular, or Japanese RPGs and stuff. But like, when was the last time a main character approached some kind of divine being or beings that were bright and light and holy, and they spoke of the idea of judgment and people, certain people, maybe all people, or maybe just certain people or people groups or whatever, worthy of judgment, and that be in a positive light? I think we always in fiction see any being or beings like that painted ultimately in a negative light. And even if they are God or gods or whatever, you see the mortals saying, we don't like that, that's no good, we're going to do what we want to do. And this is portrayed as the path of the hero, the path of the virtuous hero, to rebel against the divine being or beings that would consider themselves holy and that would consider mortals worthy of judgment. The heroic thing is to rebel against them, chart their own course. And of course, in stories like this, these elevated, quote-unquote, holy beings, it's clearly obvious that they have sin and corruption in them. But do you ever have a story in these kinds of games, movies, anime, stuff like this, where there's a divine being or beings that are actually purely good and blameless, who say, you know what? There are people that are worthy of being judged. And that being painted, that whole idea, that character, that type of character being painted in a positive light. So I think in stories like this, we just see an outworking of what comes naturally to us, to want to say, no one has the right to judge me, and I'm going to determine my own destiny. I'm going to do what I want to do. And that is just the classic core problem that creates the divide between humanity and God. And so it's just interesting to see that play out so consistently in so many stories. Is there one that doesn't do that and does kind of like and mirrors in some way biblical truth? I don't know. Maybe somebody could point me to one, but I've never seen it. And so it's just, but it's the consistency of it that I find so interesting and so telling. Anyway, so let's get back into it.
And I should have realized by now. He's not coming. He laid out the bait, and we bit. Remember what he said? He wanted Ash to get the stone. He wanted that all along. That's why he flaunted his nethicite and reeled us in with his stories about Gedovagan, all to bring Ash to the Okuria.
But wait, if we got a hold of the nethicite,
Gedovagan.
wouldn't that be bad for
That's
the
another
Empire?
one. Okurian, Nethicite.
Maybe he wants to see what happens when foes with nethicite collide. That'd be just like Dr. Sid.
Lots of proper nouns. I lose track.
I will search out the Suncrest.
Suncrest. Yeah, I don't remember what's special about that. I did actually, after I took a break from this one for a while,
Built by our hands.
I watched a movie of all the cutscenes that I'd had up to that point to refresh my memory. Oh my gosh, it was super boring.
He was talking to them all along. He wasn't mad at all then.
See you, Francisco. Thanks for coming. Treaty Blade. Well, hey, if it's got good stats, I welcome the Treaty Blade.
And make our
Oh, hey, more characters.
It's the only way to avert war.
It is a war of necessity. Your Lady Ash herself is bent on it. She desires it above all else. She will not rest until her revenge is full wrought.
I fear you misread her intent. She would sooner shun war than embrace it.
You are young, Larsa.
And you presume beyond your ken.
Then let us look closer. Judge Gabranth. I would have you seek after the Lady Ash and judge whether she makes overtures of peace or war. Yours shall be the eyes of the Empire.
And should I espy war, I am to put her to the sword. Is that your wish, Excellency?
Hey, Justin. Thanks for jumping in the chat.
I have faith in her, faith in you both. On you, Gabranth, shall I wager all our fortunes?
As you will.
That so sweet a child could be your brother is hard to believe.
Larsa is as he should be.
What's that, Vanna?
Gosh, I think this is the last Final Fantasy that really leaned into fantasy. I think after this,
The Okuria have given the princess her...
they all had a lot of sci-fi tech in them. I mean, this one does too, but the aesthetics, at least, still have some of that
Yes.
fantasy vibe.
Fresh nethicite to
Although he needs a band to be in, seriously.
The Okuria and their stones. What good?
He needs to be the lead singer in some kind of an awesome band.
Baubles best suited for study, no more.
We conquered 2 kingdoms that you might study these baubles.
So 16 will be cool, just to see the series get back to fantasy.
Without it,
Hopefully it'll be
nethicite
a
would
game
have
that I
been
enjoy as well.
An unrivaled weapon, I warrant you. Tell me, Vana, have I not been an apt pupil?
My counsel did but guide your able hand. Through power of man, the stones did you perfect. Yes. So much accomplished.
So the basic thing is there's these, it's kind of like the classic story of the crystals in Final Fantasy. There's this type of object, type of crystal that's, ultimate source of power. Bad guys want it to amass more power. Good guys want to keep the bad guys from oppressing and dominating the realm. It's that basic story. These guys are the bad guys, twirling their mustaches and talking about all their plans using the ultimate power. That's the gist of what you need to know. The rest is just the particulars, and I wish they would spend more time on giving the characters interesting arcs and emotional stories that I could connect with.
On throne immortal, rent from time. For your ascendant's vein I offer prayer. May you attain all that which is your due.
Attain it I shall. For too long have my deeds gone unrewarded.
In tower on distant shore dreams the sun Christ. Do these words mean aught to you?
Didn't Redis say he was going to follow some other course? Maybe you found out something that can help.
I'd rather stay out of that Sky Pirate's debt, thank you.
What's wrong with Redis? I mean, if you can't trust your own kind, who can you trust?
You're an expert on pirating now, are you?
There's his pose. I don't get that pose. It's clearly supposed to be like, this is how I relax, and yet it looks so forced and uncomfortable. All right, let's see here. Justin Meyer says, what would a story look like where you serve or can choose to serve a divine being who is pure like Yahweh and he commanded you to wipe out a truly evil people? Yeah, I think Justin, kind of in that question is also the question of how should we think and feel about the fact that God commanded similar things in the Old Testament. Now, some have argued that the wording is... There's an interesting book called Is God a Moral Monster by Paul Copan that I have on my bookshelf. I've read some of it, haven't read all of it. And he argues that in the language of the Old Testament, there is hyperbole being used in God's directives, and that really his agenda is to drive out the peoples. And that when it talks about, wiping out every living creature and stuff like that, that's a hyperbolic way of communicating completeness of the driving out. And you do at least see the phrase drive them out, so, but you also see these other phrases that, communicate, what sounds a lot more like, killing them. So he presents an argument from kind of like the Hebrew language and what's going on in the Hebrew language. William Lane Craig, a noted thinker and apologist and philosopher, kind of just does an end run around that, and says, I don't know that he thinks those arguments are very strong to begin with, but he says, but he makes an end run around it and argues from a place of, I'm trying to remember what his argument is for that, and just kind of like, how do we reconcile that? But I think he talks about like any children that would have been wiped out were like eternally better off, Of course, what's distasteful and frightening about that is we think about, well, doesn't that just give an excuse for people today to do the same thing? And no, it doesn't, Craig would be clear to say, because this was a specific time when Israel was intended to be a theocracy where God was actually interacting with them in an obvious, clear way, when he would give them directions like this, and that's just not the case today. And if we assume that we're meant to go to war because God is commanding us to go to war, I mean, that's God is not. He doesn't communicate that way today. But yeah, there's some really interesting, difficult things. I think what Craig says that he struggles with as he thinks about that is not as much the people being wiped out as the soldiers of Israel that were being commanded to do this, and what it was putting them through to, if we assume that they were meant to kill even women at times, even children at times, you know. That's a hard thing to sort through. It really needs to be considered the incredible wickedness. I mean, these countries that Israel was driving out, I mean, they were already killing their kids. They were sacrificing them in horrifically painful, torturous ways. There was all kinds of terrible stuff. That's the stuff that doesn't get talked about when the armchair cocky atheist says, "What about this, huh?" You know. And it's not a topic that has an easy, comfortable answer to it. It was a horrible period with horrible stuff going on, that in the midst of, God was commanding things to minimize the horror brought about by the free will he allows humans to have. Horrible, horrible stuff. So, coming back to your question, what would a story look like where you serve or can choose to serve a divine being who is pure like Yahweh, and he commanded you to wipe out a truly evil people? I think that story would be too heavy for people to handle. And I think that the ways that the audience members would be required to think through that on a moral, philosophical level is going to be too complex. And I don't know exactly. I don't think it would be such a heavy story. I mean, it would be heavier than Schindler's List and Saving Private Ryan. It would be. I don't think we write stories that are that heavy because people, except in very rare instances, don't want to spend their time on that kind of fiction. You know, they want something that's going to leave them feeling hopeful or empowered or laughing or, you know, bittersweet tears or whatever. But there's so much horror in the reality of those situations. I don't know how you write a story that anyone would want to kind of take in. So yeah, that's a very interesting question, Justin. Justin asks, did you get 16 yet? I pre-ordered it the other day. No, I'm gonna wait. I'll probably review it via Gamefly. I think my pre-ordering days are behind me. They typically do not offer anything exclusively for pre-order customers that you can't get somehow later on if you really want to. Have I gone down this thing yet? I don't think I have. Wait, read these. Hang on. By this, return ye to the gate of earth. By other means, return ye back to this place. Okay. So I guess maybe I'm done here? Yeah, because I came from over there, and then I came here, and then I walked down, and then there was a cutscene, right? Something like that? So I guess I'm just gonna touch the device and go. Ravenous Spectre says, Gamefly for the win! Love that company. Yeah, they're hanging on. We'll see how much longer they hang on, but yeah. They're still valuable to me, particularly as someone who is making content and, you know, video game reviews and stuff. I get review keys now and then, but not for the AAA stuff. It's for AA stuff at most and indie stuff. Alright, what am I supposed to do next? Better go back to Balfenheim and see if Redis knows anything. Okay. Blue Splash says, I think I may be gaming here in a bit, lol. Think I'll jump into some Rainbow Six Siege. Alright, sweet. I've heard great things about that game. I mean, it's definitely not my thing, but, you know, sometimes I wish I was into, what do you call it? Multiplayer games. Especially when you see something like that out there that is systemically rich, and the way they simulate the world and those different extraction encounters or whatever. Can't remember all the details of that game, but I remember thinking, dang, that's cool. Wish it was for me. Oof, this does not look familiar. I don't know if I should be nervous or not. Oh no! Oh, this place. Gosh. How far is the walk to get to... I need to just go back. I need to just go back. I'm gonna use the teleport crystal, otherwise it's too long of a walk. What sucks is that you only have a limited number of, like, port crystals or whatever they're called to go wherever you want. Let me speed things up just a little bit here. Okay, where did it say to go? Balfenheim. Oh, I've got 22 stones, though. I should be alright. Alright. Port at Balfenheim. Alright, so let's see here. Balfenheim, see if Redis knows anything. Where is... Oh, good, they put an X on the map. Thank you! See, you couldn't be guaranteed of that level of direction in these PS2 era games. That really started kicking in the 360 PS3 era. Although there's definitely stuff in this game that was built with you needing to buy the the strategy guide, but I feel like that's more the side content. Alright, let's see here. Ooh. Oh, let me actually... Let's see here. Do I need this? Nobody needs this. Gotta sell some stuff. It's just, oh, it's a two-handed sword. Yeah, nobody wants that. This is the riveting part of the stream. My wife would always get bored when we were playing, way back in the day, Champions of Norath together, and it would get to the shopping part. And I like this part. I probably don't need to get rid of all this stuff right now. Let's see. Doesn't look like anybody's going to need that. And that doesn't get rid of the one she has equipped, right? No, it doesn't. Okay. I just want to have all the cash that I can on hand because I'm pretty sure I'm about to stock up quite a bit. And I think I feel just a little bit of satisfaction from like that cha-ching sound and getting that money. You know, like when you get loot and XP out in the field. Yeah, Ravenous Spectre. Saying you like the sales from Gamefly, saved a lot of money through Gamefly. Yeah, I can totally believe that. If you leverage it right, Gamefly can really be helpful. Especially if like you get it intermittently, I think. And wait for maybe like when they're running a sale and they've built up a few games that you've been meaning to check out. You can get it for 1 month. Check out those games, take advantage of the sales, and then you're out, you know. I mean, it's the same way with streaming services. You know, if you really game the system, you can get some great value out of it. Justin Meyer says, I've got both premium gaming services, Xbox Pass, like Game Pass, I assume, and PSN Ultimate. So when I choose to buy a game, I'm wanting to pay full price for it to support the creators more directly. Oh, okay. A reminder, guys, if you want, I've had kind of time with the type of game I'm playing now to check a little bit more over the chat, but if you want to have a better chance of catching my attention, if I'm kind of getting focused here, write somewhere in your post at Christian Geek Central. No spaces, correct spelling. If you do that, it'll highlight in orange and I'll be more likely to get my attention. Keep that. Let's... Alright, I'm not going to look through all these, or these, or these. Let's do the loot. Oh, wait, no! Do not sell your teleport stones, Vader! No! Why did they even put that in with loot? Everything else here is basically useless. But teleport stones are very useful. Oh, I might want those. I don't think I want water stones. You know what? I think I might want to keep the rest of the crystals. Let's do... This is like demon eyeball, like that. There's no use for that. Yeah. Racking up that cash. I think that's good for now. Let's look at the bazaar here. Probably nothing I want. I feel like these are a little bit of a gamble. I can look up what's in these little bazaar packages in my strategy guide, but I don't want to do that. Maybe these forgotten grimoires, though. Yeah. I think that's... they unlock jobs or something. Alright, cool. So now... get some spells going on here. I'm gonna want that. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else? Nope. Okay. Now, what other stores have I missed here? Any others of importance? There's an item shop, but there's another one coming up, so... And then I should probably look at my weapons and armor again. You know, let's go north. Let's hit this item shop that I missed. We gotta stock up now. We might really be getting into it in a little bit here. Oh, is this just like chocobos or something? What do you got? This guy just has a bunch of stuff. Do I want to get that for Bosch right now? Maybe. That's only 2,000. That doesn't seem like it's that much. Round shield. Oh, but that's only +5. Yeah, let's, Shields 2 versus Shields 3. Yeah, let's pick this up. Unless, is he using a two-handed weapon? Is that why? He might be using a two-handed weapon. That might be the only reason he can make any use of it. Let me back out for a second here. What do you got going on, Bosch? Yeah, he's using... That's... Yeah, no, so he doesn't need that shield. Okay, that dude, I'm pretty sure... Here, let's cycle through all this crap again. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I kind of doubt this guy's gonna have anything I want. Oh, maybe some... Do I want more high potions? Echo herbs could stand to get a few more of these. Should we get... Let's get... 20 more high potions. That'll do. I think... I don't know, do we want a few more... Let's get 10 more Echo Herbs. Or Hecko Herbs. Alright. Whoa! What is that little thing down there? I can never remember. Oh, it's the aerodrome. Okay. Alright. So let's keep going. I got all the spells I want, I think. Blue Splash says, I saw there was a Lord of the Rings game coming out. Something about Gollum. Yes, and I guess it's been getting a lot of bad reviews. It just being, like, in super rough shape. Like, worse than Redfall rough. It wasn't going to be my kind of game to begin with. I never had a particular fascination with Gollum as a character, and, you know, certainly not enough to want to play as him for a whole game. So it was never going to be the game for me. But yeah, rough. Okay. Ooh, X Potion. Maybe that's what I should have been buying. What else you got? Let's do... 20 feels better. And... yeah, let's do... let's get 20 of those. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Makes you immune to stop, and I don't have any of those. Let's see, I have 3 in a party at a time, right? I got 3 of those. That's good. What is this? I tend to go defensive, so I'm not as interested in these ones that make me stronger when I have full hit points. I think I will pick up... I think I'll just get 3 of these. 15,000, that ain't nothing. But I do not want to be stopped. I don't need to equip them right now, but have them on hand, that's good. Alright, good. Yeah, we want to get some weapons. Ooh, but what's down here first? Is this techniques? I think it might be techniques. Or gambits, maybe. Oh, no, it's techniques. Okay. Let me see if there's anything here I want to pick up. Oh, looks like I have it all. Okay. Alright, weapons, and I think this might be the last store. Anybody watching this and feeling like you're getting dragged around the shopping mall by your mom? Okay, is this the last store? I want to go to McDonald's. Gosh, does he... Let's see, that would be better for him. Does he even have the option of greatswords, though? Oh, it looks like he does. And that would be 7 more damage. Or attack, or whatever. Attack power. Some of these... I'm not a big fan of the licensing system limiting you to, like, what you can buy. Because right now, off the top of my head, I can't remember if any of my guys have katanas as an option in their job system. Spears. Spears 5. Let's see. Okay, I gotta go in here. And I'm not gonna want Balthier for a little while. I'm gonna stick with Vaughn, Fran, and Pinello for a bit. So Vaughn is doing Archer and Shikari. Is that a katana type class? Here's his bows. But I've kind of got him doing upfront stuff now. Oh, here we go. Wait, no. Where are his melee weapons on his tree? Oh wait, do I need to change the board? Yeah, I do. Okay, so here's his board that's going to have the... So daggers, he's using daggers. He's all about the daggers. Any other weapon type? Just daggers? He is all about the daggers. Okay. What is this? Oh, ninja swords, but is that the same as a katana? Iga blade. Koga blade. So he's all about the ninja swords. Are they selling any ninja swords here? Let's find out. Hey, can I look at your ninja swords? Yeah, katana seems to be something different. Wait, hang on. Katana, yeah, katana. It's a katana license, so... Where's your ninja swords? Dagger? So I could get him a better dagger. Daggers. Okay, no, we'll just do a dagger. So that's a +4. Oh, that's a plus nothing, because he's already got it. So let's get him the platinum dagger. Yeah. Yes, as a matter of fact. Good. Okay. And then we can just sell that one you already had. Okay. Next up. Fran, she's doing rods, and then what are you doing? Pinello. Rods. And what? Anything else? Rods and crossbows. Okay. Okay. So let's get you a new rod or probably a crossbow, right? There we go. And, oh, she's already got that. Okay. So, finally, who's left? Let's just see what you're using right now. You're using a stave, a staff. So you got a better staff than what she's got? I think she's also using bows. Not crossbows, like regular bows. Yeah. Well, what's her... What's her alternate weapon? That's what I want to see here. Is it bows? It is bows, okay. So, and she's got enough license points that she could unlock any bow on here. Now, what does this do for me? Anything? It's just... I thought maybe there'd be some extra special ability, some reason to keep a staff instead of a bow, but I think I'm just going to buy her whatever bow they got and... Alright, your best bow, please. That's going to be a +40. +33. +28. Alright, we're going to go with this one. Alright. And then she needs like the bow's 6. 2, 3, it's probably down this way. Oh wait, I didn't need to unlock that one. Down here. Here we go, here we go. Great. Oh, somebody... What? Treaty blade. Two-handed sword. I should maybe give that to... What's his dude? What do we want to do? Maybe just parallel arrows. We'll try that. Can you use the, you can. Treaty Blade. Oh, but that's far less attack power. Why would anyone want to equip the Treaty Blade? Maybe it's just a ceremonial blade. It's gotta be. All right. There was nothing better for her. I kind of feel like maybe getting something for Bosch, Ash, and Vaughn, just in case. Did I already get Vaughn some daggers? So Balthier, what does he got going on? He's using a crossbow. Maybe I should buy him, because it might be a while before we're back. Oh, he's already got the best thing. Alright, so then Vaughn, or Bosch, I mean. Anything here? No, it's a one-handed dealie. He's probably got the best thing here already. Oh, Holy Lance. Yeah, and he's using spears, so I just need to unlock that, and that would be better. Save the Queen of the Greatsword. Let's do this. Let's do this one. And then he needs Spears 5 to use it. There we go. Wait, can he use greatswords? Huh. Okay, well, we'll just stick with the Holy Lance for now. That's good. So, I think Ash is the only one left. And you're using rods, right? Let me see what other licenses you are using. Oh, white mage and black. So probably staves and rods would both be options for her. Okay. Okay. Oh man, there's nothing here for her. Okay. Was it just weapons? It is, just weapons. Okay. A little surprised. I thought there was an armor shop around here too, but... Okay, we may at long last be done shopping. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I know it's about as riveting as it can get for live stream content, but... You gotta shop. Come on, every RPG gamer knows. You got to shop. This remasters, they really did a nice job on this. Oh. Oh. Okay, what's up? Lord Redis is waiting. You know, this feels like a point that, you know, it'll autosave for me. That's one thing that I like about this. I'm gonna enter. It autosaves pretty much anytime you enter a new screen.
Ships in the water. Send fishing dories if need be, I care not. Glossair engines are as good to us as sky to a fish. Leave what boats have foundered. I want souls saved, not driftwood. Our armada ran afoul of bad water near the Riderana cataract. All engines stopped a sudden. Becalmed. Trouble with a mist thick as death, it seems. Those seas are yacht. I expected airship trouble, not a fleet foundering amidst the waves. Tell me of what happened in Girovegon. From the lay of your eyes, I measure all did not go well. Cid, was he false as I feared?
Yes, but we may have caught a glimpse of his true intent. We may now know what it is that Cid searches for.
So the day-affected Nithosite was only a fragment? And these Ocurii...
It was day-affected? Hold the phone. We all know what that means.
Suncrest with the Sword of Kings, no new stone may be born. We say the Suncrest is the source of all Nethosite's power. If we might break it, the Dusk Shard would be as a thing lifeless.
Oh, the Dusk Shard can't be lifeless.
Nethosites, who can say?
There is another way. We used the treaty blade to cut a new stone from the Christ. Use that to fight the Dusk Shard and the manufactured stones.
Would you like to know the best use of Nethosite? Will or nil, I'll tell you. You pick it up and throw it away.
Either way, we have to find the Suncrest first, right? Don't we? Across the sea, and a tower on a distant shore. Read this?
Familiar words, Vaughn. I saw something of the sort written in some documents I chanced upon during my visit to Draklor. The Naldoan Sea, the Ridrona Cataract, and the Pharos Lighthouse. I sent my fleet to fish out the truth behind these words, and caught trouble.
Then proof is ours. This lighthouse on the Naldoan Sea is the tower on the distant shore. The strong mist that becalmed your ships is a grimmer yet clearer sign than any we might hope for. The Suncrest is there.
All well and good, but how do we get there? Those seas are in yacht, as I recall.
Oh, yeah, yacht. That's going to be an issue.
It is a skystone made to resist yacht.
Oh, skystone. Well, hey.
Labs, is it?
You don't know what that means. It's a skystone.
That's just the thing. My ship's a Bergerben model. It will...
Oh, Bergerben, yeah, okay.
Should it fit the straw, she'll fly in yacht.
Okay.
Lady Ash, I would accompany your highness, if you do not object.
I am in your care. But tell me one thing. Why do so much for us?
The Nabudis Deadlands.
Nabudis was your home?
I suppose.
Never felt burned in my heart.
All right. I think if I hit X enough times, I'll eventually win the game. That's what I want to hear. We can go now. Great. Okay. Still no armor shops, okay. The straw should be able to reach the Ridrona Cataract. So... what does that mean? Is this way to the straw? Okay. So... do I need to go to the aerodrome? That's what I'm going to assume for now. Off to the aerodrome! Man, if 16 could make me love Final Fantasy again, that would be just swell. this is the gambit shop. Let me make sure there's no gambits I might need. I think I bought up most, if not all of these. What is this? Yeah, I don't think... You know, let's buy them. Because we can. These are the different, like, conditions that you can buy to help set up the AI commands for your party members. I don't know that I need any of these. There comes a point where it's like, okay, I like some of the AI stuff in place, but beyond that, if it gets to a certain complexity level, I don't want to try and set up gambits for that. I just want to, like, intervene in the combat. Oh wait, am I going this way? Yes. Justin Myers says, a 16 is just going to have even more obscure proper pronouns other than the standard summon deities. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I guess I'd want to see who the writer is and see if it has anything in common with this one. I don't think it has to. That, you know, certainly these games can have, you know, a bunch of that. And I think what maybe you're referring to is not pronouns, but obscure proper nouns, like names of people and stuff, which this game has a ton of. And, you know, given that they're going with a more medieval kind of vibe to it, I could see that easily happening. But my hope is that there'll be rich lore and a fully developed world, but the things of that world are not what is filling up conversation. The things of the world are filling up journal entries and optional things that you can look into. But the dialogue is focused on characters, who they are, what drives them, what they care about, and what it will mean if they can't achieve what they're trying to achieve, what it will mean to them personally, you know. That's how I connect with stories. And if I connect on that level, then sometimes I'll be interested to learn more about the lore. But I don't want lore dumps happening in dialogue. Yeah, I'm just, even if it's not expositional, but just delivered with a bunch of proper nouns, I get lost and lose interest. Man, I felt that one coming for about 30 seconds. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, no map for me once I'm in here. Let's save. Haven't done that in a bit. All right, in about 15 minutes or so, I'm gonna start my frustrating games, I think. Get those out of the way. All right, what are my options here? Flights to Bujerba. Where am I trying to go? Ritorana Cataract. Private airships. That's mine, right? Yes. Yes, my ship's the Straw. From the aerodrome to the desert wastes, I'll be there to keep the Straw in tip-top shape, Kupo. Great. Nono seemed quite pleased to have finished his repairs. The Straw is ready to depart whenever you wish. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to board now. And where is it? Ritorana Cataract. Whew. Very well, you may enter the hangar from the gate. Great. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm doing another 24-hour marathon. They always start out pleasant enough. Playing video games, chatting with you guys. And, you know, for, I think at least the first 12 hours, they're pretty good. But at some point, the novelty wears off, and then you're stuck in it. You're just there. You're there until the end. All right. What proper nouns now?
Distant shore. And about its peak, a piercing mist.
Oh, this tower. I remember this place.
And in that mist, the Suncrest waits.
My lady, your words still sound of doubt. Pray you reach your answer ere we the Suncrest.
And should I choose revenge?
The pseudo-Elizabethan style of speech doesn't help either.
Be your own.
Vaughn, a word. If something untoward should happen to me, you're taking the straw.
Untoward? What's this about?
I am the leading man. Might need to do something heroic. Don't worry, I'll show you how to fly her.
I think a lot of people wish Balthier was the leading man. Anybody other than Vaughn. All right. Now this is a big tower with, I think more than one optional floors. There's some floors you got to go through as part of the story, but I remember coming here in the post-game, which there's a lot of post-game you can engage in if you want to. And the post-game for this has like some really intense enemies you can run into here. Chronos tier, okay, that might be handy. Ooh, look at those! Look at those things! Big, ugly nasties. Fran has been disabled. Is she re-abled? I think she was re-abled. Okay, good job, Penello. Alright, somebody's gonna trigger this thing. Ooh, cleric's robes. Who might wear those? Oh, she can't. You need Mystic Armor 9. Is she wearing Mystic Armor right now? Let's see. She's got heavy armor. Oh, let's look at the white mage. Mystic armor. Yeah. Okay. So let's unlock that for her. Because as my healer, I want to prioritize her defense. Yep. Good. Nathan Norman says, I'm old and boring. I haven't played a Final Fantasy game since Final Fantasy VI was Final Fantasy III. I don't know. I think plenty of people would say, you haven't missed anything since 6 was 3. I think that it wasn't until 9 that I played a game that felt as impactful as 6/3 did when I first played that one. A lot of people, you know, make a big deal about Final Fantasy VII, and I see why. First game in the series on PlayStation, first game in 3D. But I think what it comes down to for a lot of people that love it is it was their first Final Fantasy. And so understandably would leave a stronger impression. Just like I was saying earlier with Monster Hunter World, you know, I think part of what was so made Monster Hunter World such a revelatory experience was it was the first one. First time I'd encountered all those monsters. So I think there's something similar going on with people's love of Final Fantasy VII. I don't think its gameplay or story are all that... They don't stand out to me for the rest of the series, and the graphics certainly do not age well compared to the other two Final Fantasies that came out on PlayStation 1. You know, it's got a noteworthy character death that I won't spoil, but man, so did 4, which was known as 2. And so did 6, depending on the choices that you made, so... In fact, I think the character death, or deaths, in 4/2 were a lot more impactful, in some ways. Alright, let's just... Here we go. Oh. Wow! No one set that off? Oh, it was a rejuvenation trap! Okay. I'll take it. Rejuvenation trap. Haha! You've been healed. Gosh, these are basically reskins of Marlboros, and I still think they're beautiful and eye-catching, and I mean, there's nothing like the monster variety in Final Fantasy games, I don't think. I mean, geez.
Yeah.
Okay, Fran. Level 46. Does that mean it's time to swap out someone? Hang on, we gotta wait till she's unlocked. A suit of charger barding? Is that what it said? Man, I don't even know what that is. Let's see. Oh, that's not even in my my armor options. So I don't know what I don't know what in the world is that, a accessory? Man, I have no idea. Anyway, so she's level 46. She was my black mage. Should we swap in Ash then? Maybe it's time. I try to keep them all at roughly the same levels. Yeah. Okay. Here we go, Ash. Please be useful. A death claw. Fallout has death claws, right? Nathan Norman says, R.I.P. Shadow from my first Final Fantasy VI playthrough. Yes, that was the death I was referring to, depending on what choices you make. I played, man, yeah, that comes back to the strategy guide topic. Who needs ghillie boots? I played with strategy guides because I wanted, on a single playthrough, to get all the stuff. to have all the best stuff, all the best if there were multiple endings or paths. I wanted all the best. And I feel like there were things in that game that were so obscure. Games of that era, and I think especially the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 eras, like, increasingly were designed, the games were designed so that you needed to have a strategy guide in order to do, like, in this game, there are some there's a bunch of optional monster hunts you can go on, super cool. But one of them, the only way you can make the monster appear, and it doesn't indicate this in the game at all, is to go to the place where the monster is supposed to appear, but then, like, I don't know, walk in some obscure pattern, while I think equipping some kind of particular item. There's nothing in the quest description in the game itself that would indicate what you're supposed to do here. And I read that and I was like, these punks, it's built into the design of the game to get you to spend money on the strategy guide. And I think this game is kind of the peak of that, and I'm thankful that it's side-related activities that, benefit from the strategy guide or require the strategy guide in some cases. But man, not cool. Ghillie boots, right? It was, do I have more than one of these? Who is that good for? Good for him? Vitality, ups his speed. But he needs accessories 12. Well, who's my healer? I want to prioritize my healer having these. Oh, but that makes her immune to silence. I don't want to get rid of that. Doubles the license. She doesn't need that. Let's give her the ghillie boots if I can. She needs accessories 12. So let's get that license for her. That's accessories 1. Where are the other... Oh, accessories 12. There we go. Very good. Yes! Very good. Alright. So I need to hit an autosave point, because I am about to switch over to my frustrating games here. Yeah, let me just race back actually and do a proper save. So I'm going to take a bathroom break, and then I'll come back and do some frustrating games for an hour. It is time again for Christian Geek Central's annual Game Save event, fundraising for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, which provides free treatment for children facing life or death circumstances and shares its cutting-edge, life-saving research with hospitals all over the world. And once again this year, I'm drawing attention to our team's fundraising by performing a 24-hour marathon of video gaming that I will live stream on youtube.com/Christian Geek Central beginning 6 a.m. Pacific Time on Saturday, November 4th. You can donate or get more info by clicking on my fundraising page in the links below, where you'll also find incentives and rewards for doing so. On top of that, I've set fundraising milestones that will unlock strange and unusual happenings as I reach them. Now, there are some stipulations and time limits on those rewards and milestones, so quickly follow the link below to my fundraising page for all the details. Believe it or not, this makes the 10th consecutive year of Christian Geek Central raising funds for kids in great need of medical care. I hope you'll be a part of helping me and the Christian Geek Central Game Save team do some good for some kids who really need it. And then please join me at youtube.com/Christian Geek Central for my 24-hour marathon starting at 6 a.m. Pacific on Saturday, November 4th. Hope to see you there.